Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel, where today we have a 1953 Chevrolet 3100 pickup. It looks stellar. Beautiful, beautiful paint on this one. It's an orange metallic that just glistens in the light, catches shadows really nice. Certainly not a stock paint color, but a beautiful one. It is in good driver quality. There are small imperfections that can be found in the paint, but boy, it's impressive to look at, and it just looks great on the shape of this truck. This was one of the action line pickups from 47 to 55, and this was the last year that they had these cool slats on the front grille. 5 of them in beautiful mirror chrome finish with a gorgeous multicolor Chevrolet badge up top. And this spine that rides all the way up the hood and continues on with the split windshield right there for a great look. Also making that front end look nice are those large front fenders that are home to headlights in bright bezels. Down below you see they've got a painted front bumper and they've integrated fog lights into it. And those do work, light up just as they should. As we travel around to the side, and you get a fuller picture of just how cool this truck is. We've got badging on the sides of the hood. Chevrolet Thriftmaster, nice badges. Not quite appropriate for 1953 and 53. This would have just said 3100 on it. These badges actually ended mid-year in 49, I believe. Down here we've got some aluminum American Racing torque thrust wheels, and you can see hidden behind there we've got disc brakes, and those disc brakes are on all 4 corners of the truck. And those American Racing wheels are wrapped in some BF Goodrich radial TAs, black walls. See, the windows have black trim on them, except for on the door windows. They've got some bright trim that goes around, just a little ring, and dual side mirrors stationed way up high, along with bright door handles. Now note that somebody did this, and I think it's a great idea. They put this black stripe right along the body line. Kind of accentuates the window trim and looks fantastic. You can see it is a 5 window. Very cool and highly desirable. It's an all steel truck, fenders and running boards, all steel. As we check out the bed, you'll see it has nice polished figured wood slats, nice bright separator bars, and the gas tank has been relocated to underneath the bed, so you see we've got a fill right here for it. In 53, the bed rails themselves were still angled, so they're rolled and angled. Very cool look from the rear end. You can see you've got that black Chevrolet across the tailgate. Kind of marries up with the black window trim and the stripe we just talked about. Down below, another painted bumper and working tail lights that have been added on here to the rear of the bed. Passenger side looks just as nice as the driver's. And the stance we have it on right now is just what we chose to display. It is on air ride with 2 tanks. And it is really, really sharp the way it sits just right now. It can drop down lower, it can pop up higher, so you get to pick, you decide. Now that we're back up front again, I'm going to pause briefly and get this hood open and talk about all the cool stuff that's underneath. And we are back under the hood of the 1953 Chevy 3100 pickup. And you can see we don't have normal hood props here. What we actually have is a Bud Light Q stick It's been cut so it just fits, holds it open. It came to us that way, and we just figured we'd leave it like that. Beautiful show quality engine bay. I'd be proud to pop this hood anywhere and show somebody what's going on underneath. What we have here is a GM Ramjet 350 V8 crate engine, topped off with cast heads, an aluminum intake, and this brand spanking new, we put this on after we picked this truck up. It is an Edelbrock ProFlow EFI system. Very, very sharp, top of the line, new stuff. And along with that EFI system comes an in-tank fuel pump and computer controlled ignition, also by Edelbrock. Up front here we've got an aluminum radiator with an electric fan. You'll see an AC compressor, that is for a vintage air system, and it works both hot and cold and just cranks out the icy cold air conditioning. It is power four-wheel disc brakes, and you'll see that dual reservoir there, a nice newer looking proportioning valve. Down low you see you've got a set of headers, leads back to a true dual exhaust that empties out under the running boards just before the rear fenders. Power steering fills down there, and you'll see we've got a nice overflow canister for the radiator up here. Now this 350 is married up to a 700R4 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission. It's got a 10-bolt GM rear end and 273 open gears, so perfect for any kind of cruising you want to do. A nice leisurely drive down the boulevard or 80 miles an hour down the freeway, this truck is ready to do it. And with that air ride and a 4-link suspension, it's going to be a nice ride the whole way. Let's take a look inside. You are gonna love what's going on inside of this truck. It is a beautiful interior. It makes you just want to hop right in and go for a ride. The seats, the seats the star of the show here. It looks like it's recently been done. It's in incredibly good condition. And we couldn't tell whether it's leather or vinyl. They're so good at making vinyl look like leather these days. It's got kind of that distressed look to it. It's that nice two-tone, and we've got the white stitching around the edges. The contour of the seat is beautiful. It fits you super nicely. Door cards have been done to match in exactly the same materials. Nice armrests and power windows on both sides. And you'll see over on the passenger side it is the same. Let's hop on in. Passenger seat looks just as nice as the driver's. Door card the same. Up above on the headliner, they've used that same seat material again to do the headliner, and boy, it looks nice. Got dual visors, that split windshield, and the dash has been painted to come real close to matching that tan color. And they've kept the dash somewhat original, and they've upgraded it with some nice little extras. We'll get to that in just 1 second. First, I want to focus on this beautiful steering wheel. 3-spoke banjo wire with a wood rim on it. Working horn button in the center. Nice and loud. You can see it's on this gorgeous chrome tilt column. And it's a column shifter, and up here you'll see that it does have the proper shift indicator for a 700R4 transmission. You can see that O for the overdrive, and that's definitely what you want to do. Checking out these Dakota digital gauges here. They're combo gauges, and they've got the little digital part down at the bottom, and that is controlled by a button right down here. And you can scroll back and forth on those. It'll give you quarter-mile times, it'll give you 0 to 60 times, trip odometer, all kinds of different functions on there. RPM shown digitally as well as with the sweep. It's very, very cool. This switch up top, this is for your 2-speed wipers. They're not as good as modern wipers, but they do work just fine. This does nothing. It does light up when I've got the key in, of course. It lights up, but it doesn't operate anything. Down here, this is for the fog lights. And over here, they kept the Chevrolet trim piece and the trim piece underneath, and used some of that same brown seat material here as a backer for the JVC AM/FM CD stereo, which sounds really nice. That stereo plays through speakers on the kick panels, which you can see down there. And when I move the seats forward later on, you'll see that there's some 6x9s that are JVCs also, and those are on the corners of the cab. Old school style glove box, pops right open, and it's simple and plain and basic. Under the dash is that vintage air unit I was talking about. 4 blower vents. It does hot air, it does ice cold AC, works just as it should, and it's nice and strong. It will blow you out. Under the dash on the other side is the air ride system, and over here, this is for the compressor. So you turn this on, it starts making air. This doesn't do anything, this black one here. And these gauges do work, and these are for each of your 4 corners of the truck, and it will raise and lower it once the pumps have filled up the tanks with air. Really, really cool. That said, I am going to, oh, I almost forgot. I should check out what's behind the seat first before I start making a bunch of noise by starting there. Behind the seat, JVC 6x9s. Over here we've got a blow pumped amplifier. On the passenger side, down there on the floor, is a kill switch. And in this box are instruction and installation manuals for all of the add-ons for the truck. And that'd be for the EFI system, for the stereo, for the engine, for the air ride system, all the installation manuals with their little templates and everything. Those are all in that box. No receipts or anything for what's been done, but all of those manuals are there for you, and that's really just awesome to have. Nice little extra. Let's put the key in. Again, this is an electronically fuel injected car. No need to push on that gas pedal. Everything fires up and boom. Oh, it sounds good. Let's give it a little rev. Oh, that sounds great. You'll see here our gauges. Got a nice cold start. You can see it's got our quarter-mile time flashing on there. Again, see this button does light up. It doesn't do anything. There's our fog lights, stereo.
40% off on Barbie dolls and play sets. Buy one, get one 40%.
Really does sound nice coming through those 6x9s and the underdash speakers and through the amp. Good stuff. You hear that compressor kick on, our RPMs dropped a little, and gale force wind is coming out of this thing. I mean, it'll blow your hair back. It's over the top strong as far as that fan goes. Works like a champ. Oh, that exhaust sounds awesome coming through those udders. Let's go give it a lift. Listen here. Oh, just to show you the power windows do work. Just that easy. Fantastic sound coming out of her. Smooth as a sewing machine. Listen to her. Folks, if you got any questions about this 1953 Chevrolet 3100 5-window pickup, give us a call today. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help you get financed on this. We work with a couple companies that specialize in lending on classics. We have a bunch of transporters who we can set you up with, who will get it from our garage to your garage in an enclosed carrier. And we are here to answer your questions, again, about this 1953 Chevrolet 3100 5-window, modern drivetrain, modern amenities like cold air, power steering, power disc brakes, air ride suspension, beautiful chrome, stunning paint choice. It is an all-round stunner of a truck. Give us a call today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. And I would normally give you my tagline right now, but we're going to take this truck out on the road, so stick with us. We're going to go for a test drive.
All right, welcome back to the driving portion on this 1953 Chevy 3100. We'll go ahead and get started here. Make sure there's no traffic coming. The guy was recording as he went by. I first want to point out that the steering is very tight on this truck. I'm going to go ahead and pull over here to get around this truck. Let this truck go around me. Very smooth shifting truck. I'm going to go ahead and do our normal brake test up here. Stops very smoothly. With the power brakes, it makes it very effortlessly to stop. Go ahead and give it about a 1/4 throttle here. Wow, very nice acceleration on this truck. All around a great cruiser. See if we get stopped by the red light up here or not. And like always, very bumpy road here. I'm gonna have to slow down for these train tracks. Very straight, drives straight, stops straight, not all over the road. about where I'm going to wrap up the video here today. We appreciate all the views. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about this truck or any other car or truck in our inventory, give us a call. Our number here at Cruisin Classics is 614-276-7355. Thank you again. We'll be back soon.